The season may have only just finished on Sunday, and the new manager only just been announced on Monday, but that hasn't stopped the transfer news from rolling. In today's video, we have some news with regards to the club heading into negotiations after a surge of interest in a key talent. Not only that, but we'll also discuss all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool have hired a relatively young head coach in 45-year-old Arne Slot, but age was not a factor in their search as two managers in their 60s were ranked highly. At the time of their appointment, Liverpool's last two managers, Brendan Rodgers and Jurgen Klopp, and their new head coach Slot were 39, 48 and 45 respectively. It has appeared a clear shift in strategy from FSG, hiring coaches with more potential than experience, with their two previous hires being Roy Hodgson at 62 and Kenny Dalglish at 59. But though their search was widely reported to focus on younger candidates such as Xabi Alonso, 42, and Ruben Amorim, 39, there was no age limit. According to The Athletic, Liverpool strongly considered Valverde, who is 60, and Luciano Spalletti, who is 65, as options for Klopp's successor. Valverde is currently in his third stint as manager of Athletic Club, having only held positions at Espanyol, Olympiacos twice, Villarreal, Valencia and Barcelona. Spalletti meanwhile was in charge of the Italy national team, having stepped down from his post at Napoli last summer after leaving the club to their first Serie A title since 1990. In the Athletic's report, Valverde is described as having been a leading contender, as Spalletti was of significant interest. The pair were seriously considered, but as with the likes of Iriola, Eddie Howe, Hoeneß, Mikel, Simone Inzaghi and Paulo Fonseca were eventually overlooked for the number one target, who was Slot. It was explained during their search that Liverpool, whose process was informed by data and led by Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, were prepared to be brave over popular with their appointment. That certainly would have been the case in hiring a manager older than Klopp, as the German successor, particularly as he was cited at a lack of energy as a resignation. But there is a case to argue that an arrival like Spalletti may have brought more immediate gravitas than Slot has, with the onus on the Dutchman to prove himself. Just a quick one guys, before we do get into today's video, I want you to check out the channel's official clothing store, Copy Clothing. Each design is a limited edition and is perfect to wear on a match day, on the terraces at Anfield, down your local, or cozy in the comfort of your own home. Do browse our big collection by going down into the link in the description, or going to copyclothing.com. Thank you, and let's get into today's video. This season only finished 2 days ago, but Liverpool are already fielding interest for the summer transfer window with Hull City, hoping for another loan deal. Liverpool waved goodbye to Jurgen Klopp on Sunday and hello to Arne Slot on Monday, with the players now embarking on their post-season break. But for the club's recruitment staff, the real work continues, with plans for both arrivals and departures along with new contracts for key players. That will bring a number of temporary moves for the club's youngsters and fringe players, which could include midfielder James McConnell. According to inside Hull City sources, corroborating their earlier reports, Hull are interested in signing McConnell on loan for the 2024-2025 campaign. This comes after a productive relationship with the Championship side was revived with loan spells for Tyler Morton and Fabio Carvalho this season. Morton joined the Tigers in September and went on to play 41 times, including 35 starts in the league, while Carvalho swapped RB Leipzig for Hull in January and scored 9 in 20 appearances. Though manager Liam Rosenwa, who was central to signing Carvalho, was sacked after failing to finish in the playoffs, Hull will still hope for another boost from Liverpool. McConnell was a regular in Klopp's squad throughout the season, making the matchday squad 31 times and featuring on 9 occasions, including 2 starts. He was among the youngest sent on in the closing stages of the normal time in the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea, with Liverpool eventually winning deep into extra time at Wembley. With the prospect of Morton and Carvalho returning to Slot's squad this summer, and competition from the likes of Bobby Clark and Stefan Bajcetic, a loan move could benefit McConnell. Any decision over his future could be forced to wait, however, with there still uncertainty over plans heading into the new campaign. Slot may wish to call a bigger than usual squad in from the start of pre-season, having yet to work with any of the players now at his disposal. There could be an opportunity then for a player like McConnell to step up and earn a bigger role in Liverpool's first team, as it will be seen as a fresh start for all involved. Liverpool's midfield is already stacked, however, with Alexis McAllister, Dom Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Ryan Gravenberch and Wataru Endo established as the senior pros. Liverpool are on the hunt for a dedicated set-piece coach to join Arne Slot's coaching staff this summer. During Klopp's time in charge, responsibility for set-piece coaching was handed to assistants Pep Lijnders and Peter Crouch. But Slot will not be delegating that task to any of the coaches he brings in with him from Feyenoord, with a specialist instead being sought after. The Reds are following a growing Premier League trend in looking for an appointment of a full-time set-piece coach. Nicolas Jova has turned Arsenal into the division's biggest threat from dead ball situations, with 20 of their goals this season having come from that source. Aston Villa have also seen their set-piece goal numbers climb thanks to the work of Austin McPhee, who arrived from FC Midtjylland in 2021. Liverpool are not the only side looking to improve their set-piece output, with Chelsea having recently poached Bernardo Cuva from Brentford to take on a similar role. However, the Reds will still hope that they can build on a strong foundation that saw them score 15 goals from a dead ball situations last term. The new coach will be tasked with running team sessions that could provide improvements on both defensive and attacking elements of set pieces. Individual coaching focused on delivery into the box and finishing from such situations will also form part of that role. Liverpool confirmed the appointment of Slot on a 3-year contract on Monday, with the Dutchman set to formally begin work on June 1st. He is expected to bring in assistant Spike Hulshoff, head of performance Ruben Peters, and technical advisor Etienne Regine with him, though these arrivals are yet to be announced. The new coach will also start work with his new squad earlier than planned, having made a big change for their dates in pre-season. Liverpool's final campaign under Jurgen Klopp was a difficult one, playing 58 fixtures, the third most in a single season of his reign, a dropping off in their emotional climax. For most players, this will now be followed by international commitments, including the Euros and Copa America, before holiday and then rejoining for pre-season. Work at the XA training centre will get underway, though, earlier than planned, with the Telegraph's Chris Baskin reporting that Slot has already moved the start of pre-season forward a week. Slot has brought his first pre-season training sessions forward by the week. The squad will reconvene in the first week of July so he can begin acclimatising to his new environment. Those representing their country at Euro 2024 and Copa America will return later, depending on how far they progress in the tournament. Liverpool's first pre-season friendlies are currently scheduled for the end of July and into August, with Real Betis July 27th, Arsenal July 31st, and Manchester United on August 4th, opponents on the tour for United States. But it could be that low-profile domestic fixtures are penciled in before then, that's Slot's request, with it clear that the Dutchman wants to put his stamp down early. Still, a balance will need to be struck between allowing players the time off that they feel they need and giving enough opportunity to adjust to the new head coach's ideals. Pre-season will kick off at the AXA training centre, with Slot supported by members of his old backroom staff from Feyenoord. Liverpool fans, what do you make of the news with regards to McConnell, and what do you think is the best option for him? To go out on loan to a championship side, or stay and fight for his place in the Liverpool team going into next season? As stated, let me know down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Remember, we do have Liverpool t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description, or go to copbuyclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Take care.